16, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Texans in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now it's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Report! Hey, Ozzie, sit up! You.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bond. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
We're scoreless after 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. That's underneath to Pierce. Touchdown, Texans! Dameon Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the corner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Romeo Okwara drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On play action, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run with Etienne. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going up top for Miller. And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Try to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They go play action with Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence. He's going to let it go again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jackson will throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. downfield. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Bond. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got to...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well, trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The slot man in motion right. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They go again with Pierce. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Johnson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Lawrence will throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Go check.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Lawrence. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Lawrence on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more.
And now here's another interception.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, he sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ready?
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
It's 4th and goal.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there from the left hash. A chip shot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off. And
this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
DC, right? DC.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand it off inside when he gets the right read. Bottom line is most teams want him to hand it off because when he takes off and goes, he can break down a defense.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Jackson running again. He pitches it out, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.